Hi, my name is Katie Bunnell, and I'm doing this for my application activity for GS120 course. Tonight I'm going to talk about my dad and why I admire him for being such a hard worker. Just before I was born, my biological dad died, and so I never knew him. This guy stepped in. His name is Quinn, and this is my mom. Before they were even married or even dating, he showed up and decided that I belonged to him, and so he's the only dad that I've ever known. Quinn was born in Canton Village, China in 1948. He came to America with his mom, dad, and his brother when he was 14 years old. From the time he arrived, his dad owned a restaurant that he had opened by himself, a Chinese restaurant. Quinn worked very hard in the restaurant as well as any other job that he could possibly get. He worked very hard to learn English quickly. He worked as a dishwasher, a busboy, doing deliveries, even janitorial work, anything he could to make money and to help out his family. When his dad died, Quinn took over the family business. Again, Quinn kept the name Canton Village. He worked very hard 6 days a week, sometimes over 80 hours a week. He used only the freshest ingredients and never used a recipe. It was all in his head, and he refused to share them. After a while, the restaurant got very popular, and by the time he shut down and retired, he would have lines around the block and out the door waiting for a seat. Anybody that heard the name Canton Village got very excited and said, "I've been there." We had regulars who would come every day for lunch, and many people who would rave about his food and the service that he had. When I was 11 years old, I joined him, my mom, my brother, and my sister in working there every day. First, I did dishes. I was a dishwasher, and it's the job that I enjoyed the most. And then I went to bussing tables. Soon I moved to hostessing, seating people, taking phone orders, things like that. Then I went to waitressing and started actually helping to prepare the food. Some of it, not cooking, just preparing. I worked 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock, Monday through Saturday, every single day without fail, no excuses. And I had little to no friend time, except the time I had in school. We were not allowed to have friends come in to visit us. It was really hard. I hated it. I wanted to be a regular teenager and to go out with my friends and to hang out. And I resented having to be made to work at the family restaurant, even though the food was amazing and I got as much as I want. But he taught me many little things that I can look back on now. I still remember some of the things I prepared, and I am able to prepare those things for my family. One of the things I remember most is that he insisted on a spotless kitchen. We would spend 2 to 3 hours every night after closing, scrubbing down the kitchen and the restaurant and making sure it was spotless. And if it wasn't, he would make us do it again. He taught me how to work and how to enjoy a job well done. He taught me that any job worth doing is worth doing well, and how to have pride in working hard. And as I said, I hated it back then, but now I'm very thankful that he taught me these things, and I hope to pass these things on to my children, to know that working hard is a wonderful gift, and that you can be proud of what you do, and that you don't feel good if you don't do a good job. And I admire him because he never thought twice about working hard. He now is retired and is able to take my mom on cruises, on trips, almost every weekend. He has freedom and he has plenty of money to do what he wants because he saved and he worked hard. And that is why I am proud of my dad.